Hi guys, Peter Nardi here, and this week I've got an absolute classic for you. But before we get into it, let's run the VT. Welcome to episode 3 of Hidden Treasures. Firstly, I want to thank everyone that's left a comment, everyone that's watched a video, everyone that's hit that big thumbs up button. It's an absolute pleasure to read your comments and to hear how much you guys are enjoying this series. I always knew this was something I wanted to do. I really want to show you some of the classic effects of years gone by. Now, before we actually get into this week's episode, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, you can do so by hitting the subscribe button, and also remember to hit the bell notification, because every time we put a new video up, you will be notified. And remember, we have so much new content going up. On Mondays, you're going to have either Hidden Treasures or Loosely Does It. On Tuesdays, you're going to have the Alexam Live. Wednesdays, we have a little day off. Thursdays, you're going to have either Ready, Steady, Read with Andrew Paul Smith or 2 Decks, 1 Cup with Harry. And on Friday, when we all get back to normal, the vlogs will be back. So there's a lot of content happening on that site, as well as all the trailers for the latest magic tricks. The trick I'm going to talk to you about today, the main trick, was released by L&L Publishing. And I was speaking to John Carey recently, and he said, "Oh, what are you doing on the next Hidden Treasures?" So I told him what I was doing, and he said, I remember going back many, many years, he went to the International Magic Convention in London, and it was a year that David Williamson was there. I think he was performing, or he was in the competition. He used to get very big names in the International Magic Competition. But David Williamson was there, and he had a dealer stand after. And John said he had one product on that dealer stand, and that is the product I'm going to talk to you about today. And he said it was just incredible. He was fooling everyone. Now, obviously, this is when it first came out. So nowadays, I will expect most of you, most probably already own this in one form or another. If not, chances are you know what it is. If you don't know what it is and you don't own it, you're in for a treat. But even if you do own it, I have filmed my performance of it, so maybe you can sort of get some inspiration from that and grab it out of the drawer again. Let's watch a performance. Now, a lot of people believe that being a magician means you can't be scammed, but I'm going to tell you about this one time I did get scammed. I want you to picture the scene. It's December. Me and my wife are in London town doing our Christmas shopping. And as per usual, whenever we went out Christmas shopping, we would split up towards the end of the day. I would go and buy my wife her present, she would go and buy me mine. And then we would arrange to meet in this small little bar right in the centre of London. Now, I turned up at the bar before Jenny, so I went up, bought us both a drink, found us a lovely spot by the fireplace and sat down to wait for her. While I was waiting, I had my cards in my hand and I was sipping my drink, playing my cards, and I looked over and there was this little old man standing next to me. He pointed at the cards and said, "Are you a gambling man?" And I said, "Well, I've been known to flutter." As I said that, a big smile came on his face and he pulled out of his pocket his wallet. Now, when he opened his wallet, I found it really strange because there was no money, there were no credit cards. All there were these little pack of playing cards. He took them out and he said, "Why don't we have a gamble together?" As he turned over the cards, he said, "Son, I've got a black card, which is the 3 of clubs. We have a red card, the ace of hearts, and we have another black card, the 2 of clubs. All you need to do is keep your eye on the money card." And he turned the cards over, fanned them out in front of me to show me the 2 black cards and the 1 red ace. He then placed the ace down on the table, and jokingly I said, "I'd bet on that." And he said, "Oh, I can't let you bet on that. That's far too easy." And then he said, "On second thoughts, if I let you bet on that card, you have to promise me you will play 2 more times. And I thought to myself, that's the best bet ever. So he said, place your money on the table. So down went £20, and he said, where's the ace? I said, it's on the table. He took the £20, placed it in his wallet, turned over the card on the table to show me it was actually a 3. He said, don't be fooled by this. Keep your eye on the ace. He done it again. He took the cards, he gave them a shuffle. He turned them over to show me the ace, the 2 and the 3. The ace went down. I saw him place the 3 to the left. I saw him place the 2 to the right. I said, the ace is in the middle. He said, it's not that easy. He mixed the cards once and twice and said, are you ready to bet? I said, yeah, sure. I placed my £20 down. He said, choose your card. I said, the middle one. He took the £20, put it in his wallet, turned over the middle card. It was the 3 of clubs. The ace was actually over here on the left where I swore he had put the 3 of clubs before. And the 2 was over on the other side. He took the cards up, and at this point I said, that's it, I'm done. He said, you promised to play 1 more time. He mixed the cards in his hand. And he said, even to make it a little bit fairer for you, we will get rid of one of the cards. He took the 3 of clubs and he placed it to one side, leaving just the ace and the 2. It was a 50-50 chance. He said, where's the ace? I said, it's on the bottom. He said, where's the ace now? I said, on the top. He split the cards and said, where's the ace in my left hand, on my right hand? I placed my £20 on his right hand. He turned it over to show the 3. The 2 was over here. The ace was over here. He took the cards, took my money, and placed them all back in his wallet. And that was the only time I've been scammed. That is Skinner's 3-card Monte. It's exactly the same today as it was when I first bought it. You get the booklet that details the routine fully, inside and out. What you've seen there is my handling. My first phase is different to the one that's in here. And it's a first phase I come up with purely to build in with a story. But what I have done, if you're interested in this routine and you haven't seen it before, and you want to pick one up, you can do so by hitting that little information button there. It will take you straight to the product. Now, if you purchase this from Alexander Magic, I will even give you access to my tutorial. So I filmed the tutorial for my performance, which will be delivered directly into your Alexander account. So anyway, 3-card Monte, Skinner's 3-card Monte. Why is it so good? Now, there are 2 ways to present this, which I talk about when I do the explanation. And one of them is to present it like a 3-card Monte, i.e. you ask your spectator to guess where the card is. What I do is I put a story to it. Now, what I find by doing a story is because I'm emphasising where I'm putting my money, the audience agrees with that. Okay, so you haven't got those awkward moments there. And there's only one real phase. The first phase, they don't know what they're looking for. And that first phase fools everyone. When you put the ace down, you show the other 2 cards, and then he allows you to bet, and you turn it over and it's not the ace. So that one, they don't know what's coming. So that hits them right between the eyes. The second phase, the mixing one, you could have some people going, oh, it's over here or it's over there or wherever. So you don't really give them the chance to do that. You just tell the story and it flows, and hopefully they've paid attention where it was and they'll realise the magic's happened. Now, the third phase, once again, this is one of those knockout moments because you quite openly put the 3 down over here. You show the other 2 cards. They know where it is. When you snap this one over, they just immediately presume it's in this hand. And when you snap that over, they've got nowhere to go. You take this and you've got a big moment there. But this is a great effect for many reasons. It's not a pick a card trick. Okay, so if you were to go up to a table. You could perform this to the entire table without anyone having to reach over and get a card. You're telling them a nice story which engages them. If you want to perform this parlour, you can perform it parlour. If you want to carry it in your wallet and do it down the pub with your mates, you can do this down the pub. It's just one of those really slick effects. The other thing, obviously, you can do, if you want to, you can have duplicate ungimmick cards that you switch in. Also, if you want to, which was another way I performed it a few years ago, was to have the gimmicks in a deck. So I could spread the deck and just remove 3 cards. Now, in a way, me doing this Hidden Treasures now is a little bit of bad timing, because Daryl's Ultra Monte has just been re-released at the time of filming this. But I want to say, not to take anything away from Daryl's Ultra Monte, because the gimmicks are similar, but for me personally, I prefer the cards used in this. I prefer having a 2 and a 3 and the ace, okay, because the ace stands out. I've never really understood doing it with 3 aces. To me, it never really made sense, because they're all sort of valuable cards, whereas a 2 and a 3 are quite low. They're both black, they're both clubs, and then you've got this nice red ace of hearts that sits there in the middle. So yeah, I mean, I love Skinner's Monte. I think it's one of the best Monte effects out there. Now, I also perform various different Monte's effects. I love Simplex Monte, and I absolutely adore Colour Monte. I have my own version of that, which I do with a normal deck. But this one, for me, it is just something that I've done for 20 odd years. It's something that I do, and then I leave it for a few years, and I go back to it. But I love the story element that I've added to it. Obviously, you can add your own story, but I think it's fascinating to a layperson when you talk about scam artists. There's a certain amount of romance attached to, that's what I've tried to build into my story. But there is that sort of romance you can build into, gambling, casinos, and everything else. People build themselves this nice picture, and that's why in my story I created it around Christmas and the fireplace. I really wanted people to be able to picture this going on. That sort of brings me to the end of this week's Hidden Treasures. Now, I did say at the beginning, we're going to have a special deal on. So the deal is, if you want to do my routine and you want to purchase a Gentleman Jack, you can do so by hitting this link, okay? You only get there by hitting this link, and that will take you to our special Hidden Treasures deal, where if you buy this, on that link, I will throw in a Skinner's Monte absolutely free. Now remember, whether you just buy Skinner's Monte from us, or whether you buy the deal, you'll also get my full tutorial on doing Skinner's Monte. So you won't have to read all this to get going. You'll be able to get going in 5 minutes, and then you can refer to this after, once you've got your head around the routine. So that's it really for this week. I would really like to hear your opinions on if there's any tricks you think I should look at and reintroduce to other magicians in the Hidden Treasures theme. Or alternatively, let me know your favourite Monte routine, whether you do the standard Monte using sleight of hand, whether you use Simplex, whether you use Daryl's Ultra Monte, whether you use stand-up Monte, which is another popular one, or whether you've been using Skinner's Monte. Let me know how you perform it. Do you perform it straight like a Monte routine, or do you add your own story to it? It'll be really interesting for me to see your opinions and what you guys are doing. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And if you've liked this, hit that big thumbs up. So I will see you on the next episode of Hidden Treasures.